What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from Scalar Learning. And today we are, in response, tackling a topic or a practice test, whatever, that has been requested a couple times. And I think it's a great thing to cover. It is the SAT subject test level 1 for math. And I've done all four of the math 2 from the College Board. So now we're doing level 1, and we're going to jump right into it. I got the calculator queued up. We're going to set the timer for 60 minutes. Again, if you're new to these streams, I time myself, I take it in real time, and I haven't looked at the test, so it's literally like I'm taking it for the first time, just like you, to give you that authentic test-taking experience. All right, here we go. We're going to start the timer. We're going to roll now. Let's do it. 3 to the square root of x equals 81. Well, obviously 3 to the 4th power equals 81. So if it's 3 to the, so square root of x must equal 4, square, x equals 16. All right, let's do it next. In the figure above, the three lines intersect at a point. If a equals 60, this is where we fill stuff in. B equals 40, right? This also equals 40 because these are vertical angles. This also equals 60. X and x, so it's 100, 200, 180, these are 90. What is x? Oh, no, sorry, 80. 200, these should be add up to make it 360. My bad, that would be 380, what I said. All right, next, the sequence of integers begins with 3 and ends with 21. Each term after the first is 3 more than the preceding term. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, just so you can see 21. What is the middle term of the sequence? Actually, 18, 21. So middle, 12. Done. Numero 4. If a equals negative 2b, what is the value of a plus b plus c? Absolute value of a is 2. B is negative 3. Absolute value of c is just 4, so it's 2. So this becomes negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. Just did a little out of order, but that's all right. A company that manufactures tennis rackets has a daily expenses of this. If these expenses consist of daily operating expenses of blank, these expenses consist of, and a cost per racket of 21, how many rackets are manufactured? So this daily cost plus 21 per racket equals 1160, and we can now solve for x. See how I set that nice equation up as I was reading it. 11,760. Make sure the numbers are right. Minus 3,360. Equals 8,400. And by the way, I can do this mentally. This looks like 400. Because 4 times 21 is 84, and then we need the 100. So it should be 400 on the dot. Next. Which of the following ordered pairs is not a solution? Okay. Let's just plug and chug. So I got 3 and 2. So this is 6 plus 6 is 12. This is it. These are all smaller, you can see, or have negatives or whatever. So this is the biggest one, combined, and that's it. So this one would be 2 plus 9 is 11, so B is okay. So that's the one that is not a solution. Next, number 7. The equation above expresses the relationship between a car's average gas mileage and miles per gallon for highway driving, and its average gas mileage in city driving. Okay, so H and C. Highway and city. If a car averages 37 miles per gallon for highway, what is its average for city? Okay, subtract 1.5, subtract 1.5. We're just solving, so it's 35.5 equals 1.25. C, divide by 1.25, divide by 1.25. 35.5 divided by 1.25 equals 28.4. Boom, next. If y varies directly with x, meaning this just means that the two are related like this. Wait, I think I hit undo too many to know I didn't. Then if y varies directly with x and if y equals 20 when x equals 6, so isolate k. So that's 10 thirds, I'll just say. So y equals 10 thirds x. When x equals 9, what's 10 thirds times 9? Cross simplify. 3 times 10 is 30. Yeah. All right. Oops. Okay, next, number 9. If x plus y equals 10, x minus y equals 6. Oh, wait a minute. What? X minus y. Oops. I'm going to solve it like this. So it's a system of equations. Add them together. Those cross out. 2x equals 16. X equals 8. If x equals 8, y equals 2. X equals 8, y equals 2. Works in both. So x equals 8 squared. Y is 2. So 2 squared. So 8 squared plus 2 squared is 64 plus 4, which is 68. Boom. Blazing. Number 10. Polygon in the figure above can be divided into 3 squares, each with side lengths of s. Whatever. If the area of the polygon is 36 inches, so then each of these are 12, right? Because they're all equal squares. So 12 equals s squared. And it looks like they want a decimal approximation, so we take the square root of 12, and we get 3.46. Boom, done. Numero next. A student may select a wooden object in the shape of a cube, sphere, or cylinder, and paint it either red or blue. How many choices of shape and color are possible? So she can do 1, 2, 3. So 3 options for shape, and red or blue, 2 options for the color. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Boom. Dunzos. That's a combination question. All right, next. In the figure above, what is the slope of the line that contains points A and B? Well, I got a nice line tool, so I can do this. And I don't have to do much work other than that. It's literally up 4 over 2. So it's a slope of 2. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Next, in the xy plane, lines y equals 2x minus 1 and y equals intersect at which of the following points? All right, let's set these guys equal to each other. Usually I like elimination, but it's queued up for substitution because the y's are isolated. So we say negative x plus 2. Oops. We're setting the y's equal to each other equals 2x minus 1. So add x, while I'll simultaneously add 1. So I have 3x equals 3, x equals 1. So I know the solution set has to be x equals 1. So it's one of these two. Now let's plug 1 in for either of these. If I plug it in here, it's 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1. So 1, 1. And the same here. Negative 1 plus 2 is also 1. So we're good to go there. Numero 14. If f of x equals blank, what is the value of this? Okay, we're just literally plugging in 4 for x and then 3 for x and subtracting. So first it's 1 over 4 plus 1. Oh, there's an x there too, sorry. 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 minus 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1. And notice the importance of placing the parenthesis here because we're subtracting that entire function. So this is 4 plus 1/5 minus 3 plus 1/4. And this just becomes 4.2, 1/5 is 0.2, minus 3.25, so it's 0.95. Which of the following pairs of numbers are the farthest apart on the number line? These are pretty close. These are closer. These are exactly the same. These are probably closer. This is probably the farthest. I mean, I could plug all these in, but it's like these numbers are both getting smaller but getting tighter. These are probably the closest on the number line. These are the farthest. Because it's like the difference gets exaggerated as you begin squaring them. It's like 3 squared and pi squared. And I guarantee you that's right. But if you weren't positive, you could literally just subtract. Like this is 0.14159. That's the difference there. This is whatever. I don't know. It's bigger. This is equivalent. This is again. It's going to be farther than this because these are the same, but it's going to be not as far as these two. Anyways. Okay, a container holds X beads, only one of which is blue. If one of the beads is selected at random, what's the probability that the bead is not blue? So it's X minus 1 because there's only one blue bead out of X. Because that's not blue is everything outside of the blue, so it's X minus 1. And then it's that other thing over the total. Okay. If X minus Y is 2 more than if X minus Y is 2 more than X. See how I said it turned into equation? So I'll subtract X from both sides. Boom, boom. Negative Y equals, that cancels out 2. Y equals negative 2. Boom. What is the least possible integer value divisible by 3, 4, and 7 and has a remainder of 1 when divided by 5? Well, the least positive integer that's divisible by these three, we have to multiply them because they're all basically have no common factor. So 12. So it's got to be at least 84. And then if I divide 84 by 5, that has a remainder of 4. So it's got to be more than 84, obviously. And then let's just check it out. Oh, it's this one. Because this has no remainder when you divide it by 5, so it's got to be 336. It just has to be. All right, heights of plants. This is 36 represents 36, whatever, stem and leaf plot. The stem and leaf plot above displays the heights in centimeters of various plants in particular garden. What is the mode of these heights? So the mode is the middle value. So we go do. I normally don't like marking up the actual thing, but I think it's okay. See, I'm just trying to find the center. And it's between these two. So it's 72.5. Oh! Uh-oh, I messed up. See, that's why I don't like marking. I have to undo all that. All right, how many are there, first of all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? So there's an even number, which means the mode will happen between the 10th and the 11th. Isn't that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, I messed up. So it's 71. Because 10 and 11 are 71, so that's it. Alrighty, numero 20. In the figure above, A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, H are squares. What is the area of square? A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, H are squares. A, B, C, D. So this length is 4. This length is 3. This length is 1 also. E, F, G, H. Okay, we have to figure out this length. So I can see we got a right triangle here. 1, 3, and we can use Pythagorean's theorem. 1 squared plus 3 squared equals x squared. So that's 1 plus 9, so 10 equals x squared. Oops. So x equals square root of 10. So all of these sides are square root of 10. So the area of this is square root of 10 times square root of 10, which is 10. That is it. In the figure, okay, figure 1 above shows the graph of the line y equals ax plus b. That's that. This line is also to be graphed in figure 2, in which the scale of the x-axis is enlarged, but the scale of the y-axis is kept the same. Oh my god, that's weird. Never seen a question like this before, but no worries. I can figure it out. So everything is the same. So at 1, you see what's happening? It's like this far above the b. So here, that same level, let's see if I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So there's that point. And if we bring it straight across, like here, there's that same point for the one here. And so now the new line would be, if I did it in blue, oops. Oh, oops, I need line. So you can see it's obviously steep, less steep. It would be less steep. Oops. Y-intercept doesn't change. It would not be the same. All right. 22. Jan needs an average arithmetic mean of at least 9 to have an A in geometry. His first score for his first 4 tests is, his average score for his first is 91.5. What is the lowest score Jan can get on the 5th test? So this times 4 of these, plus his 5th test, to over 5. The average of these 5 must be a 90. So what does he have to get? Let's solve. Multiply both sides by 5, and I get, hold on, let's multiply this first. 366. But use a calculator for that. Don't do it mentally. That's 366 plus x equals 450, and then we subtract 450 minus 366 equals 84. Boom. That makes sense too. These two don't make sense because he's already above a 90, so it obviously has to be lower than a 90. And 90 doesn't make sense either. So it's one of these two, but it's that one. Okay, next, what is the area of the quadrilateral ABCD in the figure above area? Okay, so it's a trapezoid, but they don't give us the bottom size, so we have to find that by making a triangle, which is also a right angle, hypotenuse 10, this side is 8, we know this side is 4, we need to find this length, and it's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle, so this is actually 6, but if you didn't know that Pythagorean theorem, 8 squared plus x squared equals 10 squared, but you'll get 6, so that means the bottom side is 10, so the formula for area of a trapezoid is 10 plus the top base, which is 4, divided by 2 times the height, which is this segment here, which is 8. So that's 14 over 2, which is 7 times 8, which is 56. Okay, next is this one, 24. There are 1,000 residents of Oaktown, and how many of these residents have less than 4 years of high school education? Let's see, what is this? 1,000 residents of Oaktown. Got it. This is by percent. So it's 27, just make sure it adds up to 68, 78, 82. Yeah, so this is each one of these 100. So 26% of these are this. So how many of these residents have less than 4 years? So this is 4 years. So less than, so it's 26. So it's 0.26 times 1,000, which I don't need a calculator for. It's 260. Which age group has the greatest percent of its members having completed at least 1 year of college? So it's like these two chunks. So which one has the greatest sum? Greatest percent, right? So this is 33.1. Probably either this one or this one. This is 45.6. This one is 43.9, so it's 25 to 34. See, they're just testing how you can read one of these graphs there. Okay, boom, 1, 2, 3. So we're about halfway through, and we've only burned 17 minutes. So that's pretty good, really good, actually. And 36 minutes ahead of pace. 13 minutes ahead of pace. Okay, if f of x equals this, for all x, and f of 6 equals 16. Okay, let's zoom in here. Oops. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in 6 for x and 16 for f of x. So 16 equals 6 minus k squared. So then basically under here has to be either 4 or negative 4 to get 16, right? So k can either be 2 or 10, right? If it's 2, 6 minus 2 is 4. If it's 10, 6 minus 10 is negative 4. Both squared to 16, so 2 or 10. That's it. Done. Figure not drawn a scale. In the figure above, R is the midpoint of QS. So that means these two segments are equal. And Q is 3/4 of the way from P to R. That means this distance has to be 2. Because if this is 3/4 of the way, if it's a total of 8 to R, right? 3/4 of 8 is 6, and then it's another 2. So if that's 2, this is also 2. And then what is the length of segment PS? And I filled in everything. 6, 2, 2, it's 10. Boom, done. The figure above shows the graphs of linear functions f and g. What is the value of f of g plus g of 3? F of 3? F of 3 is 1.5. G of 3 is 4. 5.5. Numero 29. In the figure above, which of the following conditions is sufficient to prove that MP is parallel to NQ? MP is parallel to NQ. Okay, so let's see. If E equals, okay, B to F. Nope, that would be NM to PQ. HA. Nope. HC. Nope. I'm looking for alternate interior, AE, that's it. Because these are alternate interior. This is my transversal, and those two, now that shows that NQ and MP is parallel. The amount of water in the storage tank is 93 cubic feet, and a pump operates at a constant rate to pump the water out of the tank. After 8 minutes, 87 are left. So 8 minutes, we get 6 feet cubic per 8 minutes. At this rate, how many more minutes will it take for the amount of water in the tank to be reduced to 72? So we're at 87, we need to drop another 15. So we need to say, how long will it take to get 15 minutes out? We don't know the number of minutes. Boom, now we cross multiply. Boom, boom, 8 times, I could have reduced, but it's fine. 8 times 15 is 120. 6x divided by 6, x equals 20. The population PT of certain bacterium growing over a 24-hour period according to the model blank is this. How many hours will it take for the population to first exceed 1,000? So 1,000 equals 100. Oops. 100, we're plugging in for population, times 1.06 t squared. Divided by 100, that's 10 equals 1.06 t squared. We'll take a little logarithm of both sides, log of 10. And if it's base 10, that's just literally 1, but that's okay. Equals log of 1.06, and we bring down the t squared. Divide both sides by log of 1.06. So log of 10 is 1, so 1 divided by log of 1.06 equals 39.516. Wait, what is it? 39.516 equals t squared. Take the square root, take the square root. Square root of this is, boom, 6.28, whatever, 6.285, 6.29, boom. Yeah. La da da. All right. If fx equals the blank and f g of x equals this, then g of x equals. Okay. So if I plug this in, all right, let's just test it out. So if I plug this in for the x here, it'd be 2 times that, which would give me the 6x and 8 and 9, not 7. Nope. I definitely need, wait, let's see. None of these will work. It's got to be this one. It's got to be E. Now let's prove it. So 6 times 3x plus 4 plus 7. You see how I'm just taking this and I'm plugging in this whole function for the x's over 3 times. And this becomes 18x plus 24 plus 7 over 9x plus 12 plus 4. What? Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Hold on. It should be 2x minus 1. 12x. 12x was 16. Hold on a second. This is confusing. Uh-oh. I'm confused. Oh, it's the other way around. I was doing it backwards. That's why. It's g of x going into f of x. My bad, my bad. Oh my god. So it's 3 times one of these guys. So actually it probably is this one now. 3 times 2x plus 1 plus 4. Distributed 6x plus 3 plus 4 and 6x plus 7. It is A. My bad. A hotel calculates the rental fee for a rectangular banquet by charging by the square foot. If a 150 foot by 200 foot banquet rents for 2,400, what is the cost per square foot? So the square foot is 200 by 150, which is, I think it's 30,000. Getting that right. 30,000 total square feet. And it's, what is the cost per square foot? So 2,400 cost divided by the total square feet. 2,400. Oops. 0.0. It's 8 cents per square foot. That makes sense. Right? 8. Yeah, that makes sense totally. Okay, if A is acute, then cosine over sine equals cotangent. Wait. It's an acute angle. Cosine over sine is cotangent. Oh, it's this. It's 1 over tangent. Yeah, just the inverse of tangent. In the xy plane points blank, 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 our vertices are quadrilateral. What is the length of its longer diagonal? What's the best approach here? Okay, let's do this. Let's actually graph it slightly. So it's -2, -2, 2, -2, 1, 3, and 3, 2. So it's obviously these 2 points, which is, see, I had to get my head around it to roughly graph it. Now I can see -2, 2 to 1, 3 is going to be the longest diagonal. So now we use the distance formula. So it's square root of -2 minus 1, which is -3, but it doesn't matter. Let's just say 3 squared, plus 3 minus -2, or -2 minus 3, which is -5 squared. And it's 9 plus 25. So it's square root of 34. 5.83. Okay, I think that's right. Jenna bought college textbooks on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Monday, she spent 165. Tuesday, she spent Y dollars more. On Wednesday, she spent X dollars less than Tuesday. Which of the following expressions represents the total in dollars she spent all 3 days? So add these up. So 165 plus 165 is 330, 430, 495. So 495 plus 2y minus x. Oops. That one. Next, the graph y equals x squared is transformed in the xy plane. Of the following, which transformation produces a graph with the greatest y-intercept? This is -8. This is a positive 10, so that's bigger than that. That's a 5. That's bigger than that. X squared plus something plus 9. This becomes x squared no, sorry, this is a y-intercept of 0. That's a shift left. That's a shift right of 5. So that's also 0, 0, 5, -8, it's 10. Even though it's going down, it's got the greatest y-intercept. Okay. Next, 38. Figuring out drawing scale. Light on top of a building shines down on the ground so that 7-foot tree casts a 10-foot shadow shown in the figure. What is the distance d from the tree to the building? Got it. And this tree is, didn't put it in there, but it's 7 feet. So we can do a proportion. So 10, watch this. First, we need to solve for this value. I'm going to call this x. So 10 to 7 equals x, right? Length to height equals length to height. 7x equals 220. Divide by 7, divide by 7. 220 divided by 7 is 31.428. And then we just subtract 10, so it's 21.428. Okay, and the circle above, radius OB has length 6. That's 6, that's 6. This is going to be an equilateral triangle. So that's also 6. What is the area of the shaded region? So we do two things. Wait. I'm saying this length is 6, not the arc. So first, what's the sector? It's 60 over 360, which is 1/6, but whatever, times pi r, which is 6 squared. So it's 1/6 times pi times 36. So this reduces to 6 pi. So the sector area is 6 pi. Wait. And then we have to subtract the area of an equilateral triangle. So there's a formula for this, but I always like derive it myself. I can't really remember the formula, but I know if all these are 6, I'll draw down a height, and then I create a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. So then this little value, this little side here, since I split it in half, is 3. And so this is 3, this is double 3, this is 3 root 3. So the height is 3 root 3 times the base, which is 6, times 1/2 of that. Okay, that's half base height. So 1/2 of that is just 3. So 3 times that is 9 root 3. So then we do 6 pi minus 9 radical 3. 6 pi minus 9 radical 3. And we get 3.2. Oops, that doesn't sound right. Oh, it is there. I didn't see that. All right, cool. 40. Book Club is offering a novel at a sale price of 45% off the list price, meaning it's 0.55 off the list price, right? If it's 45% off, it's 55% of it. As a new member of the club, Sarah can buy the novel at 45% off the sale price. Oh, she can take another 45% off, meaning she spends, again, 55% of the sale price. Sarah bought the novel for $6.05. What was the list price, which is X? So 0.55 times 0.55 is 0.3025. 0.3025. X equals 6.05. Divide by 0.3025. 605. Answer is $20. Because that makes sense too. It's like half and then half again. A little less than that, but you know. That feels right. All these ones are way too cheap. Those don't make any sense. If f and f inverse are inverse functions, the domain of both functions are all real numbers, which of the following must be equal to? I think it's x, if I remember correctly. This is a rule where if the functions are 1-to-1, then when you take one of the other, you should get x. Let's do an example. Say y equals 3x. Those are the two inverse functions. And then if I say y, that means y equals x over 3 for the inverse. And then if I plug this in, if I put this in for that, I get 3 times x over 3, and you get x. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's x. I just can't remember for sure. All right, next, in triangle ABC above, AB equals DC. Which of the following must equal to sine of A? So sine of A is BD over AB. It's sine of C, BD over DC, which is the same as AB, or cosine of B. It's this one. You see, because we're doing opposite, which is still BD, over hypotenuse, which is no. No. Rut row. Hold on, I messed up. I think it's tangent of C. Opposite over adjacent, which is BD over DC, but DC and AB are equal, so it's that one. Tangent of C. That's it. In the figure above, AC is a diameter of the circle with center D. If AB equals 3 and BC equals 4, what is the area of BCD? Hold on a second. Oh, this is a 90-degree angle, because the rule is if this is coming from here and it intercepts a diameter, diameters, this would be 180, it's cutting out, and then this angle is half of that, so it's 90. So that means it's literally just 3 times 4 and half of that, which is 6. Base times height and then half. That's it. 44. For which of the following values of k will the system of equations have no solution? Okay, where these two equations are parallel, right? So then I'm going to isolate and get the slope of the first one. Negative 5y equals negative 2x plus 8. Divide by negative 5. Divide by negative 5. Y equals 2/5 x. So the slope in the first one, divide by negative 5. The slope in the first one is 2/5. So how do we get this slope to equal 2/5? So ky equals negative 4x. 17 divided by k, divided by k. So when will negative 4 over k equal 2/5 for what value of k? Cross multiply, cross multiply. 2k equals negative 20. Divided by 2, k equals negative 10. If 2x plus 2y equals 0, then x minus y equals... So 2x equals negative 2y. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X equals negative y. So if x equals negative y, I can take that first equation and I can replace negative y with x. So it's 2x. You see that? I use this, substituted, and then boom. It's not 2y, by the way. It would be negative 2y, because then I could plug negative y in for x and I get negative 2y, so that's almost right. The volume of a cube is 100 cubic inches. What is the surface area of the cube? The volume is 100. So that means that if I took the cube root of 100, that would be each of the sides. So cube root of 100, which is, I don't even know what that is. It's about like 4 point something. So then we want the surface area. So it'd be cube root of 100 times cube root of 100 to get one surface, and then multiply that by 6. So these two multiplied, so it'd be the cube root of 10,000 times 6. What? That's not... Okay, what's the... Hold on. To the 1/3 power is that times 6 is 129? It should say approximately. It doesn't, but that's okay. I think that's right. Okay, next. Note the figure above a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle. Which of the following must be true? Yep, x plus z equals 180. Because when you have a quadrilateral, the opposite angles are supplementary. And we can prove that by drawing a line down the center and seeing that, hey, this guy, you see that x cuts out this arc and z cuts out that arc, so combined it's 360, but again the angles are half of those, what it cuts out, so we know that x plus z equals 180. I'm happy with that. I'm done. That's it. The function f defined by f of x equals mx, where m is a constant greater than 1, has which of the following properties? This is true because if I plug in mx, which they're doing here for x, I get m times mx, literally. You see that? Because that m and then multiplies the mx, which is m times f of x. So I'm actually saying this is all right. If I have this one, f of x1 plus x2 equals f of x1 plus... This I disagree with. Because if I did x1 plus x2, it'd be m times x. Oh, wait, I don't disagree with this. Because then that would distribute, and that'd be mx1 plus mx2. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? I think that's all right. Which is the same as f of x1. I think this is okay too. This would be mx1. This one's wrong. Because this would be m squared x1, x2. This would be m x1, x2. So it's 1 and 2 only. It's a pretty tricky question. Okay. Last two, and we got 19 minutes to burn. Let T be a pyramid with triangular base. Let's try and draw this out. Triangular base and a pyramid. It looks like this. Okay. If the intersection of a plane and the pyramid T is a figure with n sides, which is the greatest possible value of n. If it cuts here, it'd be 1, 2, 3. If it cuts here, it'd be obviously 3. Hold on. If we cut across, if I cut it this way, I think 4. Because then that one, it would be, check it out, it would be like this. Let's do it in a different color. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And last one, 40, 50. Note, figure not drawn on scale. An isosceles triangle ABC above AB equals BC. That means this is also 37. This is 21. And this we don't care about. So we need to solve for these sides. And, oh no, we do care about this angle. This is 74. 74, 6. This side is 106. We can use the law of sines. So sine of 106 over 21 equals sine of 37 over x. Sine of 106 over 21. Sine of 106 over 21 equals that, 0.04, equals sine of 37 over x. Multiply both sides by x, and then divide by 0.047, so sine 37 divided by 0.0457. So sine of 37 divided by second answer, which was whatever that is 13.15, let's say. 13.15, 13.15. So it's 26.3 plus 21 is 47.3. Yeah. All right, done. 16 minutes, 17 minutes to spare. Let's just stop the clock. I'm not going to double check anything. Let's just go for it. See how we did. All right. Let's check it out. Yeah. So obviously, if you guys have seen the math level 2, you can probably tell the difference in difficulty. And this test is a harsher curve, so you can basically get one wrong and get an 800, not like the SAT 2. Math level 2, you can get like 6, 7 wrong. It's a much more generous curve, so it's a tighter curve here. Okay, so we've got CD, CBB, CD, C, B, B. 6 is A, B, E, C, D. A, B, E, C, D. 11 is B, C, D, B, A. B, A. 16 is B, C, D, E, C. Oh no! 19 is E. What did I do? No, it asked for the mode, not the median. I wonder if any of you guys caught that when I was doing that. You're probably like, what are you doing? This one's wrong. So it asked for the mode, not the median, and I totally missed that. The mode is just the one that occurs the most. 3, 3, 3. That's it. Super simple question. That's what you get. That's what I get for rushing. So I totally misread that. I don't know why I said median. That's crazy. All right, 20. C, and then this one is B, A, C, D, B. B, A, C, D, B. Okay. Daggerville. Very upset about that. 26. B, D, E, D, D. B, D, E, D, D. 31. C, A, E, A. I did choose A. Oh, I forgot to uncircle E, but you remember, hopefully I did choose A at the end, but I forgot to undo that one. 32, 33 is A, E, A. A, E. Oh, God, I got another one wrong. 35 is A. So they said 35 is A, so I must not have chosen the right points. So I chose 1, 3, and -2, -2. Strange, though. Those seem like the farthest apart. Oh, gosh darn it. Diagonal. That is the diagonal. So it would have been 3, 2 to -2, -2. I was thinking the longest diagonal side for some reason. That's not even a diagonal. That doesn't make any sense. So it's from those, and that is 5 squared plus 4 squared. 25 plus 16 is 41, so it's the square root of 41, which of course is 6.4. All right, so that's 2 wrong. So right here, with some rushing, I'm already out of the 800, which is disappointing. 36 is, oh, what? 37 is E as well. Kidding me. Greatest Y-intercept. This has a Y-intercept of 0. It's just a shift to the left. X, right? 5, 0. Am I crazy? Oh, it is 25. How did I get that wrong? Yeah, because if you square it out, it's a shift. It would be like, if you plug in 0 for x, it's 5. Wait, why was my thinking so off on that? I was like, oh, that's just a horizontal transformation. So it's E. Hold on, man, I really am bombing this one. Let's see. What am I thinking? Y equals, hold on, x minus 5 squared, right? Oh, I was thinking of the vertex. That's where my mind was. You see what I'm saying? It does shift to the right, but I wasn't thinking about the Y-intercept. So yeah, because that crossed my mind for a second. If we square it out, we get a 25. But then I'm like, no, the vertex doesn't shift. It's a horizontal shift. So the vertex shifts, but that doesn't mean the Y-intercept doesn't go up. Really bad, really stupid mistake. Okay, so that's 3 wrong. Okay, now let's see, 38. BDD. Okay, 41 is EEAAE. I did it. Made another mistake. All right, so they wanted to try. So I calculate the area of ABC, right? They wanted BD. They wanted that one, BCD. Oof. Just trying to go too fast. I could have calculated this how. So this is 4. These are 2 radii. These are equal. And then I say 3, 4. This is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So this is the length of that. So then the radius is 2.5 and 2.5, right? So this is 2.5. This is 2.5. And then so then 2.5, and that's not necessarily right in the middle. So this is 12, 6. Yeah, it's literally just half. It's like whatever. So this triangle, this whole triangle here was 6, and the answer is half of that, which is 3. 43. Yeah, it's A. Bummer. Okay, 44. Now I'm really AE. 46 is C, A, C, and then we got EB. Whoo! So what did I get? 4 wrong, something like that. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I got 4 wrong. I think I remember I got 2 more up here. 3, maybe 3 wrong. Okay, I guess 3 wrong. So anyways, I swear I got a 4th one. Yeah, 4. So I got 4 wrong. There you go. That is the authentic test-taking experience. So you see, we just go with the flow and see what happens. But I hope that was helpful and informative if you are planning to take this test. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you do enjoy this video and find it helpful, please click that like button. It really helps out the channel substantially, especially shows me that these are valuable. And if you have any additional questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Take it easy.